I'm hitting the go live and I'll give you the thumbs up here. Hang on. All right.
Awesome. So you want me to do the welcome? Yes, yes. Very cool. Welcome. We are so excited for everybody to join us in this badass entrepreneur networking acceleration event. You guys are in the right space, and we are so excited to have each and every one of you, because you're going to get an opportunity to flaunt your prowess as a powerhouse leader and entrepreneur, stand in your glory, and connect authentically with not only these other powerhouse women in the room, but this amazing ecosystem here in Badass Entrepreneurs. And so I'm going to turn the time over to the Queen, Miss Stevie Marie, to introduce us to all of our current guests that will be able to share a little bit more about who they are. Stevie, it's on you, my dear.
Awesome. Okay, well, everyone, welcome. So excited to have you here today. Thank you for taking some of your beautiful, precious, valuable time and joining us today for our networking acceleration event. We're going to get started today with some super awesome intros. Love to hear from you guys. We have Sue, Rachel, and Claire here today. Love to hear who you guys are, where you're located in the world, and a little bit about who you are. Is that the question that's coming in?
Yeah, name, title, and location.
Yeah, name, title, location. Jeez, yeah. So, Miss Sue, the floor is yours. Name, title, and location.
Well,
Take
thank
it
you
away.
so much. Thanks for having me. So I'm Susan Anderson. I go by Sue, and I am the founder of Entrepreneurs Gone Wild. Part of that Idlewild Retreat Center, which is where I am located, which is in Greene County, Tennessee, the northeast part of the corner of the state, and I'm sitting down by the creek.
Beautiful. I love that. Thank you, Sue. And you had tons of time left.
Oh.
Well, we just had a minute. We just went for the first round. We just name, title, location. We go around and do another 5 minutes whole to hear all of. So
all about it. All right. Thank you, Sue. Miss Claire.
Hello,
well, your name is Claire.
amazing.
Where are you from?
Hey, lovely ladies. Well, I'm guessing my accent is giving it away slightly. So my name is Claire Ford, and I am from the UK, just outside London, and I work with young people. I work with the next generation. I'm absolutely passionate and so humbled every day to work with these incredible young people. I help motivated teens to navigate pressurized academic environments using my teen success codes, so that they can go from feeling overwhelmed to empowered, and they can be successful, not just in the classroom, but beyond it as well. So that's what I do. I've just come off a call with an amazing young person, and so I'm absolutely buzzing this evening. It's this evening for us here anyway, and so happy to be with all of you guys.
Awesome. Thank you, Claire. I love when people work with the next gens, you know, the youth, the leaders of the future. That's very cool. All right, Miss Rachel, name, title, and location. The comeback coach is here.
That's right. Rachel Gaddis, the comeback coach. I work with women over 40 who are looking for ADHD-friendly careers. And, you know, I'm more of a career transition coach. Yeah, exactly. I'm more of a career transition coach. So when you're looking to switch from one career to another, that's where I come in. It's kind of my superpower. The crazier the switch, the better. I just love the challenge of helping people move from one thing to another. Yeah, I see you guys nodding. I feel like I'm with my people a lot of times when I'm with coaches, because we spend a lot of time changing from career to career before we found the right fit. So yeah. And those of us with ADHD, you know, we have very unique skill sets, unique strengths, unique Achilles heels too, that we have to kind of look for the right fit career-wise. So yeah.
Very cool. I love that. Thank you for leading the front line. That's beautiful. All right. Well, we mustn't forget about the other people here as well. Name, title, location, Michelle.
Well, hi guys, I'm Michelle Boshard. I call myself the natural entrepreneur. I'm a digital doula, and I am on the west coast of Canada on Vancouver Island.
Thank you, Michelle. Beautiful. And Miss Amy.
Yes, I am Amy Maikoski, and I am here in Tampa, Florida, sweltering 100-degree weather. I am the founder of Metamorphose Institute, and absolutely elated to not only be here with you queens, but to be partners with these other two beautiful queens to do this powerful work.
Thank you, Miss Amy. And just real quick, my name is Stevie Marie. That is the brand name anyway. Stevie Marie. I am located in Tabor, Alberta, Canada. It is corn capital of Canada. And I am the founder and the creator of the Redesigned empire, focusing on mindset, marketing, and sales and leadership. So yeah. That's our intros, ladies. Thanks, guys.
Awesome.
So Michelle, you're doing round two? Because your video is slowing down. Do you want to go to your phone? Sometimes Michelle out in beautiful Canada.
I am, and I'm also
has to go to her phone so we can get all of her fullness. And it's an okay thing because we all live in this technology world. So it's not anything we're not familiar with.
Is she cutting out?
I think I got it.
There you are. Woo!
All right. Hi guys. Did you hear what I said earlier? Okay. Did you hear my my intro?
Yes.
Okay, some heard that. Okay, so no, Amy, if you want to lead folks through the round, what I was going to do was paste the. Now I'm not on the laptop though. I was going to paste the questions in. Let me read them out, and then I'll tap them in manually. But we basically like to know. Amy does a fantastic job of this. We want to ask you some questions just to prompt, but we'll give you 5 minutes each. And we just want to know who you are, like more deep into why you're excited to be here and how we can support you, what your passion-driven purpose and mind-blowing solution that you offer in the world is. I've got a little bit of instinct on that, but it's going to be great to hear more details. And then what your secret sauce that sets you apart is from everybody else. So Amy, do you want to lead folks in that while I manage to get the questions typed in? That'd be great.
Absolutely. I'd be more than honored to. And so Sue, it looks like you're at the top, darling.
Right.
We got started with you on the intros. And so again, if you need to look in the chat, Michelle's got the questions, but we basically want to know what it is that brings you to this space and how you're authentically connected and showing up in the world. And so I'm going to put a 5-minute timer on, and this stage is yours.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate that. So I like to tell people that I was trapped indoors for 17 years. I trapped myself. It wasn't like I was held hostage or anything, but in 2005, I started a writing business as a freelance writer. I was also supporting my family doing that. I had never started a successful business before then. I'd started a whole bunch of unsuccessful businesses from the time I was a little kid, but this was the thing. This was my groove. This was my jam. And I wrote all the words, but I didn't go outside. Outside was where my car lived. And maybe I went there a couple minutes on the way into the car to take the kids someplace, but that was about it. If you had asked me to go outside, I lived in Florida at the time, so I feel you. I was like, nope, it's hot, it's buggy, and it's boring out there. I don't want to be there. Well, about 4 years ago, I read a book by a guy named Trevor G. Blake called 3 Simple Steps. And Trevor, it was assigned reading. I wasn't really into this, but I'm like, all right, I was working with a client who said, please read this. Trevor had built 3 or 4 at that time, 9-figure businesses. And he only spent about 2 or 3 hours a day working on them. And most of that time he was outside walking his dogs. So I thought, this is complete BS. There's no way that's possible. He challenged people to spend a little bit more time outside, and I started, but I didn't like it. I'm like, it is indeed hot, buggy, and boring. But all of a sudden, like 3-4 weeks into this, it became a kind of an addiction. I was like a little kid at 5th grade. If you remember getting let out for recess, that was me. And I started seeking ways, how can I be outside more? Is there possible I could do a business where I'm just outside playing? What? At about that time, I also did a thing called the Perfect Average Day exercise by Frank Kern. He had done one, a lot of people have done it, but this one was on YouTube. So I watched it. It's like a 2-hour long video. Watched it, hopped in the car to do a long road trip. And all of a sudden, this whole idea for, hey, you ought to build a retreat center for entrepreneurs up in the Smokies. This whole thing downloaded into my brain like a crazy person. I was like, this is nuts. And I'm scribbling down notes while I'm driving, like looking at the road, not looking at what I'm driving, you know. And I came home and I'm like, hey, honey, guess what?
I'm doing.
And he was up for it, which is crazy. So about 2 years ago, we had some angel investors that helped us to get started with this as far as putting down a down payment. We found this beautiful piece of land, 35 acres. It's in the Smokies. I'm sitting next to the creek. There's a pasture here. And then up there is wooded hills. They are absolutely gorgeous, pristine land, amazing. We moved here at the very end of March, sold everything that we had, you know, like we're living in a barn to homestead here and build this thing. And my whole thing is, I just feel like entrepreneurs they're my favorite people. We take ownership of problems we didn't cause. We work everything that we have, everything that we do, we pour it all into finding a solution that we can serve people with beautifully. We don't go outside a whole lot typically. We're stuck indoors, looking at screens and kind of isolated. And that's my whole purpose, is just creating a space where people can come, make friends, be with like-minded people who get what they're doing, who want to collaborate, who want to invest in each other, all of this. And to maybe, just maybe, get them to play in the dirt a little bit. You know, like, so we're going to have alpacas and sheep and mini Highland cows. There's a huge garden already. People can come, and chickens. They can come dig in the dirt a little bit. And I'm hoping that they'll leave here, go home and start maybe a garden, or maybe go sit on the porch for a few minutes each day. Just start to get that little, I love being outdoors, that type of thing. Because I think truly we do get our best ideas outdoors. And it's absolutely wonderful to prioritize that time, because that's going to be where you get your most brilliant thoughts. So that's it.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. What a beautiful place. Obviously, you kind of answered all of those questions in that, which I love about you. One quick question while we've still got a minute. Is it something that you have programs set up, or you simply allow them the space to kind of do what they want to do while they're there with options to participate in?
Yeah. Ultimately, we'll be hosting quarterly retreats here, but in between those, the place will be open for coaches, consultants, writers, people that just come and do their best thinking, sit out here, bring their family, bring their team, whatever it is like that.
Oh, beautiful. Well, everybody give Miss Sue some major celebrations. She's showing up in the world. Go, girl, go. I love it.
I love this so much.
Oh, well, obviously, Michelle with the Natural Entrepreneur, if you haven't seen her page, it's all outdoors. So you've connected with the queen.
Yes. That is wonderful. Thank you so much.
I love it. Absolutely. We love having you here, Miss Sue. Miss Rachel, you were number 2 in introductions. I'm going to roll over to you to share with us why are you here, how we can possibly support you, and to give us your passion-driven purpose, your mind-blowing solutions that you offer the world, and a little bit of your secret sauce to let us know how you set yourself apart.
Right on. Okay. Claire was actually number 2. So do we want to go to Claire next?
Did I blow it?
No, not at all. I just want to make sure we're adhering to the right, flow.
Listen, this is how we do it. We just flow.
All right, cool. Well, I'll go ahead and introduce myself. So I'm excited to just connect with other women that are, in adjacent fields to what I'm doing, because that opens up possible referral opportunities so I can offer my clients exactly what they need, in a fuller way, since what I do is kind of niche and I don't always have all of the crayons in my crayon box, right? But also it just boosts my energy a ton to be around women entrepreneurs who are pumped up, who are similar to me, who are, kind of taking charge and doing it. So it's important to me to have that in my life. So that's why I'm pumped to be here. That's why I showed up. Yeah, exactly. And my purpose, the reason I'm doing this is because I feel so strongly about being able to change careers no matter how old you are. You're never too old to do it. I've helped a lot of women to change careers successfully, and I feel strongly about finding the place where you fit, no matter how many times you have to try to get it right. You know, it may take a few tries to get it, and it's worth continuing to look. And so that's kind of my big, purpose in life, I feel like. And particularly women with ADHD, because we're getting diagnosed later, and it takes a little bit of a special fit that we're looking to find. And once we find it, it's like we're being unleashed on the world. It's like it opens up just all of this, it's like we have superpowers instead of drawbacks when we find that right fit. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I'm about. The secret sauce that sets me apart, I mean, I may still be figuring that out exactly, but I think it's a combination of my authenticity, because I'm kind of very real and approachable with people. I get it because I've been through it, but I think all coaches maybe are like that with their clients, because we tend to coach what we used to be. And also maybe my methodology is a combination of the practical and the personal, because I'm kind of helping to form a three-legged sort of platform that they can do their career transition, based on, where it's like skills and strengths, that you can transferable skills and strengths, right? Values that are your own values, plus the values of the place you're looking to go, whether it's career or employer. And then also your own narrative. What is your story, right, of your career, so that you're not letting them make up what the story is about why you changed careers so many times, but you're taking control of that narrative. So I feel like that kind of balances the woo and the resume part together, so that it's sort of it's not too ephemeral.
Absolutely. So in that, is everything that you do a one-on-one coaching? Do you offer a group platform? Is there a community that you do? Exactly. How do you make all of this come to fruition to provide that space?
That is a great question, especially right now, Amy, because currently I started out with the idea that I would do just one-on-one coaching, and that's still what I do. But I am just poised to launch maybe a Facebook business page. I literally just started it last night or the night before. And so I'm toying with the idea of doing a Facebook community. I don't know if I'm going to go ahead and take the plunge or not, but yeah, I'm thinking about doing that. And when I do that, I don't know. I mean, that'll be a little bit like built-in market research, I guess. So then I can have more of my people assemble, and I can find out, do they want one-on-one coaching? Would they prefer a group? Would they prefer this? So yeah, so far though, I've only done one-on-one coaching. I had planned ultimately to have courses and stuff like that long in the future, but I'm learning that plans are just whatever, Yes,
they are. Levels definitely happen, and you're in a very powerful place. We each have some very powerful platforms that we hold, and you're here to be given some wonderful tidbits, because Stevie Marie has a phenomenal platform. Michelle as well holds a very phenomenal platform, and I can't say that mine is also bad either. So I'm really excited to share that experience with you to shorten your path, so that all of those different levels can be explored. Yes.
And I left that out, but that's another reason I'm here, is to learn, right? Because all of these crazy intelligent women are at different stages in their journeys too. And I learn something every time I run into someone and talk to them. I have something that I have to jot down that I heard. So yeah. Awesome.
I love it. Well, everybody celebrate this beautiful queen for sharing all of her vulnerability, her action steps, her amazingness. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Miss Rachel. And now, Miss Clare, Miss Patient Soul to Amy's humanness. It is your turn, my dear, to tell us why you're here, what it is that we can do to help support you, share your passion-driven purpose, give us your mind-blowing solutions, and let us know that secret sauce that sets you apart.
Oh, well, thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm so excited to be here. It's fabulous connecting with people, all around the world. And this is one of the things actually that really drives me. It's understanding that this togetherness, this community, that we're all global citizens, that for the teenagers that I teach, the world is their classroom. I have young people coming from all over the world because I can run online sessions, and I feel so connected to all of you in different ways. One of the things that I advocate and I do for myself and my children and for my students is, encourage them to go out in nature. We talk about nature, we talk about grounding in nature, we talk about the power of coming back to yourself in nature. And, Sue, who knows, one day I would love to hold a retreat for teenagers, right, in a space that you've created. I'm getting these downloads as well to take them to places like Switzerland and, where there's mountains. I've been to Canada. I love Canada. So I'll start in Kent, but I'll end up all over the world. I know I will. It's already happened. It's been like, I'm just the conduit, right? I don't know how it's going to happen, but it will happen. And young people need this, and what you're saying, Rachel, about, changing careers. I read something the other day that young people are expected to change careers up to 20 times, right? At least. So I feel that for me, it really is my responsibility to give them the tools that they need for that to be okay. And actually to educate parents as well. Like, this is the new world we're stepping into. It's not this job forever, one track thing that you're preparing your child for. So it's very exciting for me to hear these messages like reflected back, right? And I'm like, yes, I'm preparing young people in the right way. It's great. So why am I doing this? I think I mentioned to you, Stevie Marie, on our interview that young people are really suffering. Teen suicide rates are on the rise, especially with young boys, actually. There's self-harming, there's all these things. This was going on prior to the pandemic. This is the pandemic. The teen mental health pandemic was going on before the pandemic, right? Yeah. And so I really feel it's my responsibility to step in and to give them the tools that have taken me to my mid-50s to understand, right? For them to do when they're 15 and 16. Imagine the trajectory of these young people's lives when they have these tips at the tools at their fingertips, around the self-esteem, the positive mindset, being compassionate to yourself, understanding your vision, your values, your passions, your purpose. I do all of this with young people so they know what direction they're going in. They know what to say yes to, what to say no to, how to have positive relationships. And to take those opportunities that are around them once they've visioned them for themselves, right? And this is the thing, it's about bringing this new earth paradigm into the now and raising the vibration for our next generation so that they are ready to go out and be who they need to be and to be seen and heard and validated for that. So that is what I'm all about. I don't know if I've answered all the questions, but I can just go on about this for all day. Right?
Can I just say how much Claire lit? It was like you started here and we were all on our feet cheering by the time you got to the end of that. It was so much charisma just pouring out. So that was amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Well, your character definitely shows, but tell us how you do this, darling. How do they find you? How you said you hold the space. How do they find you? How do you operate? Are there weekly, groups? Yes. Do they get to have interaction with each other? Give us more of that.
Yes, so I run over the summer now. Obviously, people are on school break. I'm running quite a lot of one-to-ones for teenagers over the summer to fit in around their schedules, their holidays. But I'm also running some group sessions as well, which I call my Future Success course. So that's giving them mindset tools, time management tools, organizational tools, those kinds of things, quite practical things. The one-to-ones I'm doing is called Discovering Your Path. So that's literally where they discover their path, their purpose, passions, mission, values, all of those kinds of things. And then I also do some next steps coaching, which literally is I don't know what subjects to take for A-level. I don't know which university I want to go to. How do I write my personal statement? So we also do that kind of coaching as well. And people find me online through my website, through Google, whatever. And it's all online coaching. So I can serve people around the world.
Oh, amazing. Woo!
Thank you.
Everybody celebrate this beautiful queen for how she shows up in the world. We love her for that. Thank you, Miss Claire.
Thank
And
you.
I'm actually going to give 3 minutes to Miss Stevie Marie to give us a little bit more about what she does, because there's a lot of spaces and opportunities and what I hear from you guys that Stevie may be able to fill individually in her space as well, outside of the value that you guys will get inside of Badass Entrepreneur. Because of course we're going to pour into this space. It's one of our favorite spaces, but I'm going to turn the time over to Stevie to share a little bit more about what she does.
Hey, thanks, Amy. Again, so honored to be here. Thank you for allowing me the space to share. So, I do a lot of things. But one of the things that I love to do the most is to hold space for people and to help strategize and make sure that they get more connected to the vision that they hold within themselves. My passion-driven purpose is that it bothers me to the point of rage, dark feminine rage, that that people have a lack of self-worth, self-love, self-belief, self-acceptance, just the disconnect of self. And that's something that's a massive passion of mine. I believe in the niche, but I don't. I like to go nicheless to the best of my ability, because I believe that if you're nicheless, you become unforgettable. And really helping people shift their perspective behind chasing a paycheck. But what we're doing is we're cultivating and we're connecting and chasing a passion. That's really what we're doing here. I do believe that it is our responsibility as new age digital entrepreneurs to come together and collaborate in such opportunities as we are here today, so that in turn we can actually work together. And sisterhood is coming together, and you know, it's powerful. It's all women here today. I really appreciate and honor and value that. But sisters are coming together to create sisterhood, to heal each other. And the thing is that this is the era of the woman, the awakening of the divine essence that is instilled in every single one of us. And I love the whole getting out there, connecting with nature and things like that, because you can find the mother and father love in nature if you just stop and pay attention. We can have all this love brought back to us. So, you know, I do believe it is our responsibility to collaborate, to elevate the frequency within society, to help bring the awareness back to the people, to help the people come together to support each other instead of being separated by everything that's always naturally working against us from a day to day. And that's why entrepreneurs are some of my favorite people too, because we're ruthless, we're demanding for change, we're savage for it, and we're not going to stop going after what we're designed to become. And with that, you know, we can really return people back to source energy, fundamental energy, the love energy, and help people create a passion that's going to lead to a paycheck, because the system doesn't work. And it enrages me. Society in whole is such a wonderful thing. It enrages me though. Everything that's happening that's beyond our control, the social conditioning, the environmental conditioning, literally, you know, controlling everybody, suppressing, enslaving. It's just time to stop. It's time to stop. And yes, we can create little hits of change as individuals, but collectively together, we are so incredibly damn powerful, and I'm all here for it. So my secret sauce is energetics within my coaching. I do believe in alignment, my energy, myself, and I love branding. I want to do yummy vibes in brands, so that when people take a taste of you, they become addicted and they ain't going nowhere. So that's me. Hi. Thank you.
That's our queen, Stevie Marie. Everybody give her mad love for showing up the way that she does in the world. Yes. And now, Miss Michelle, the natural entrepreneur, will you please take the stage for 3 minutes and give us a little bit more of your magic?
Well, I just want to acknowledge Sue for being, walking the talk. I am a biologist by formal training. My mom was a nature artist, and I just love nature as well. So that's where I like to be. And I like to do, I'm a digital doula, so I help people craft their online offers. But the reason why I do that is so that it's natural to them. And so because I'm ADHD too, and I was, I was like, oh, all of the things. And I've needed to craft something mostly because I have a son on the autism spectrum who's nonverbal and at home, and I couldn't fit into that job at work. And so I had to transition. But in the meantime, in caring for him, I had set up a respite and homeschool company that had 10 workers that serviced 15 families. And it was because of his needs, I had to do it all myself. The system, Stevie said, the system's broken. The government and the insurance agencies are where nobody's coming to save us. So I'm like, okay, well, this is a needed service. This is an essential service from my perspective. And it shouldn't be easier to order a pizza to your door than it is to get care for your complex kids. So I'm like, nope, doing this, even though the workers loved it, the parents loved it, and the kids loved it, it wasn't breaking even. So I went on my mama bear chase for a bake sale money to be able to make sure that this business continued, because to me it was an essential service. So I'm a social purpose entrepreneur, and one of the things I found in my path was digital marketing and social media stuff. And I because I was scrolling on TikTok one day, and so I see these kids with like gold teeth and driving Lamborghinis, and I'm like, what is this? The money needs to be here. So that's what I do. I help people craft their online offer. I run a TV show called The Natural Success Clinic, and we take a look at online offer ecosystems. So if you need some help there, let me know, because how to, set out your free offers, your low offers, your mid offers, your high offers, and how it all works together, and the tech to support them. And I'm a tech geek, and I help you build the funnels and all the affiliate communities and all the things. So that's what I do to generate the money to support kids and exhausted parents of special needs. Going to be funding respite and homeschool care delivery with that. So that's sort of me in a nutshell. I'm a biotech geek.
Everybody celebrate Michelle for all of her amazingness and how she shows up in the world. Love you, love you, love you, Michelle. And then I am going to give my brief 3 minutes on a little bit more about what I do. And then we're going to go into round 3, and we'll have Michelle lead you guys in round 3 and a little bit of the takebacks that you've taken from today's experience. But for me, I am elated more than anything else to be chosen to do the work that I get to do, and to wake up every day, to be gifted to bring about entrepreneurs, executives, individuals that have had success in their life and have lost themselves in it. It is so important for us as leaders to not lose touch with ourselves, and as empowered leaders intentionally transforming this crazy existence, which are my favorite people, the elite, the top 3% that have gone out there and shown up so passionately that sometimes they forget that they have to serve from their overflow. And it is so important that us professionally, in order for us to do the purpose that you all have shared today in your purpose-driven passions, that you're whole and complete to begin with, or else we can't make the impact on humanity that we want to. So I am all about unleashing the infinite potential and designing your destiny, because you are already perfect. Everything that you require is inside of you. It's not in this crazy, stupid external world that it demands all of our attention, demands these expectations. Success, what does that mean for anybody? How about we look at fulfillment? And so my program is focused on clarity of and conviction of one's passion and their purpose. Who are you? What brings you into this crazy, amazing space? What pulls you into this crazy thing called life. Number 2, unleashing the infinite potential and power within you. You are divinely created. Creation is complete. The only thing that we need to do is to bring your consciousness back to being aware of the beauty and the power that's inside of you that is limitless, truly limitless. And number 3, to thrive in this existence in freedom and flow of being, not doing. It is important that we do to take action, but being is really where we hold the space. And I really believe that the word be is to bring your essence. BE, bring your essence into this space and not only love yourself first so that you can gain overflow to then love humanity and leave an impact that this world is so badly in need of. And the only way we can do that is by finding your truth. So let's start there. I love what I do. I'm excited to have each and every one of you here today.
Woohoo! Amy, you got to tell us more about your how you work with people. One
Hold
on
on 2 seconds.
Okay. The dogs are giving her grief. Look at that. That's the mom look right
Look at her
there.
face. Hey, there's a mom in there.
Hey,
There's
there's a
that womb-
Mimi in there.
that womb
Yeah,
energy.
grandbabies are
Womb.
coming to visit and they're early. So my apologies. Yes, so I have learned, similar to what Rachel shared, that there are multiple elements of learning that we have to each do, as well as all of these beautiful colors of personalities and styles of learning. We've got our green people that want the details. We've got our yellow people that are our lovers, our blue fun makers, our red decision makers. We've got all of this fun stuff. So how do we attract each and every one of them? And so I have come up with a number of different things. I've got some low ticket items that are some self-paced. How do we light the spark inside of you to do your own self-discovery? I've also got a 12-week self-paced digital workbook that basically plugs you in. And if you think you know what you're doing and simply need a guide, it's a great tool for you. But then I also do deep dives. And I really believe that transformation has to be imprinted with repetition. And so it does require a 12-week course, but I can tell you that all of my clients within the first 3 to 4 weeks can look back and it's unrecognizable from the person that they were. And so truly releasing all of this garbage that doesn't fit us and simplifying it down to the inner work that we do and your truth. And we start there through the discovery, and I do one-on-one, I do group. There really isn't anybody I touched. I've done corporate, where I've gone into the corporate world and pulled the guts out of it and said, okay, guys, where do we really start? There really isn't anyone that I haven't touched. I've even done schools and worked with emotional intelligence with children. So I love what you do, Claire. There's so much attachment to what is in this room. And because we're all human, it's all about being. So the program is absolutely phenomenal, that no matter where you are, no matter who you are, this is about your essence. So let's talk about it.
Woohoo! Thank you. I'm gonna. We're about ready to move into round 3.
We are, because Miss Stevie's got to run, and so we've
Yep.
got to. Yep.
Yeah, so I'm gonna actually start with Stevie, and then we'll excuse her if we need to blink out. But round 3 is all about how it was today, and at the end, I'm gonna give you a little summary of some of the other stuff happening and going on here in Badass Entrepreneur Network. But Stevie, can you lead the way and show us just give us a word for how you felt about today, and any closing thoughts that you'd like to share?
Certainly. Grounded is my word today. I
Yeah.
feel that everybody here is very, very grounded in their mission. And there's a lot of energy that's attached to that grounding. And just being in, your ladies' presence, I get to hang out with these two on a weekly basis, but, and they're great. They're wonderful. But you 3 ladies in particular, there's a really beautiful, welcoming, grounding energy. And I just love how committed you are to your purpose. And that type of leadership is the leadership that will change. It'll just change the whole game. So that's my big takeaway. And it's been an honor to connect with you guys and to meet you. And thank you so much for having me in your space as well. But that is my word today. Miss Michelle is grounded.
Grounded. Whew. All right, let's go reverse. I'm going to start actually next with Claire. Claire, what's your word for today? How did you find it?
So my word for today is inspired. You know, I'm so inspired by just this quick conversation, but it's so uplifting. And it's like, you know, when you're kind of like parched because you haven't found the right water, and then suddenly you're like, oh, here it is, I'm just drinking all this in, and now I feel completely replete. And it's like, oh, I'll just go about my evening in a completely different vibration now. So thank you so much for just like sharing all your wisdom and your heartfelt energies and passions, and just plopping in. Don't quite know how I landed here, but I plopped in here and it was a great place to be. So thank you so much.
Well, we're glad you popped in. And this is the sisterhood that we wanted to build. So thank you, Queen Stevie. We will catch you next week, and we'll just continue on here and kind of continue to just wrap things up. But this is the place where we wanted to build genuine relationships and connections there, where we know each other's work, we know who each other's are, because when we've got the people flowing past us and we're like, oh, you need this person, you need that person, there's that connection that sort of is like the old-fashioned, pre-internet, like, oh, I know a guy kind of stuff. So appreciate you being here, Claire. You're going to be a great resource, especially with the youth stuff. I just, I have a deep appreciation for what you do. My daughter as at that stage where she's thinking about her life, and I might have to sign up with you. So Rachel, would you mind giving us your word for today?
Sure. My word is recharged. I rolled into this feeling a little bit tired from the week, feeling a little tired I had done like a podcast guest appearance earlier, and I was like, oh, I don't know, I'm a little hoarse, like I'll have to drink some tea. But I am just like lit up from talking with you guys and hearing about what you're up to, and just, this has been amazing. So thank you for this. It's just, I don't know, recharged. Yeah.
Well, I think that is so, like you facilitate badasses, like badass changes. And I totally could have used you like a year and a half ago. So I just really appreciate what you do, and that you were here today, and that you'll be here in the group, and then we'll all be able to have connect. And then make sure, now I should say to those watching on replay, make sure that you connect with Claire and Rachel and Sue and Amy and Stevie and I in the comments, and each of you make sure that you put your links and stuff in there. Sue, what was your word for today?
Sisterhood. This has been amazing. So recharged, replenished, all this kind of stuff. But I want you all at a campfire. Like, I just love you all. Like everything that
I am so coming to Tennessee.
It is just, you're my people. This is a wonderful thing. That's not an everyday, like, I hope nobody takes that for granted. Just having people who, like, when I can see somebody's greatness, and it's like, oh, I get chills seeing what you're all doing. Thank you. This has been a wonderful gift.
Aw, I am so coming to Tennessee for sure. That's great. And Amy, did you share your word? I don't think you did, my lady.
Nope, I sure didn't. I was going to say unity. As unique as each and every one of us are, the fact that we are all driven by love and service. And so I would say unity. I mean, I can see 100 people that I could throw in Rachel's lap right now. I am ready to go book my retreat at Sue's Center and bring my people out there. And Claire, oh my gosh, do we need to talk? Like, we need to
I love it. Come on.
And so just the joys of being able to get us in the same spot and amplify this crazy, amazing thing that we already wake up in this given day so excited about, and then knowing it's not all me. I've got these amazing, beautiful souls around me that I can link with and merge with and be able to take this to new levels that are unimaginable. So I would say unity for sure.
Awesome. Okay, and I'm going to say passion because I just like passion in the room is like at an all-time high. I just for each of you to have connected with your personal gifts. I mean, so I'm a nature geek, and when as a kid I loved rock hunting, and it was because each one is a gem and unique, and it's so cool. Oh, look at that one, and that's the way I feel about you. Looking for. And so I just really appreciate you all being here because of your passion, and that is the gem inside of you that's glowing. So thank you for being who you are and for showing up here today. And so I'm going to close us off by telling you some of the stuff that we got going on here, because we're just really pleased to announce this is the first week. We transferred some tech stuff over, and we now are creating an offer where we're going to be creating a space, a subscription community. We're not going to launch it till January. But I'd love to invite you on behalf of Stevie and Amy and I into that as beta clients to just come in, no cost. And then, as if you join as beta clients, then we will grandfather you at a lower rate later if you choose to carry on with it. But we're going to be having some coaching between Stevie, Amy, and I, 6 coaching sessions between now and December. We're going to be having let you do a promotional post yourself every month. We're going to be doing a bunch of goodies and affiliate links so that you can share and earn, if you like, this space and how we are here, and you can bring other people like us. Bring the others. You got them. So bring your favorite rocks into the rock collection, and we will have you all here and just have this amazing time. And so we'll be launching that shortly. But just even aside from that, we want to offer some more space for you to shine. So we would love to, just get you on a one-to-one interview that casts to the group for some additional promotion, 15 minutes. And so you should get an email. And if you don't afterwards, let me know, because this is our new funnel that's working. But after the event, you should get an email with a link to a calendar that you can book your one-to-one appointment. And you can choose your day, and it'll tell you which one. And you can pick Amy or Stevie or I, and just have another little bit of time to shine, because you are amazing badasses. We love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming on the Accelerator Network event here in the Badass Entrepreneur Network. And folks, remember to connect with at Sue, at Rachel, at Claire, at Amy, at Stevie, at Michelle in the comments. And we will look forward to seeing you all again at the next Accelerator Network in 2 weeks. Yay! Bye. All right, everybody, have a great time. And Amy, you got to take us out because you're co-host, because I had to switch. So thank you for your patience with the tech. All right, take care, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you so much.